Orlando to the offensive end on the first trip as Scott Skiles runs the controls of this ball club. Ends up with Turner. Fakes the three. Price with 5 into the paint. Running one-hander over Shaq and he scores.
That's what Mark Price does best. Push the ball up the floor and penetrate in the half court. Back on their heels.
Hardaway all the way down the gut, and after missing their first 5, Orlando finally has a hoop. Price goes right by Shaq, dribble it off his ankle though, and Hardaway coming back in the other way against Brad Daugherty inside with the left hand and laid it in.
That's what he did at Memphis State. Pushed the ball up the floor for easy baskets.
Anderson steps back, lets one go. Brad Daugherty with good position, couldn't keep the handle on it. And now a bank shot inside by Anderson is good, and Mike Fratello calls for time as Orlando is on the strength right now of an 8-0 run. Daugherty with a pump fake. Shaq didn't go for it, but Brad was too deep.
Yeah, and he put the body on him.
Phils again. This time Price steps in and bats it down. Turnover for Shaquille. Bobby Phils all the way down the floor and dunked it. Oh, what a nice move.
That's right, all the way. It was a 3-on-2 break. Dennis Scott guarding Mark Price.
Price to his left, let go of a 22-foot jumper.
Dennis Scott problems guarding players his own size, let alone Mark Price. That was an easy 2 points. The Cavs are not moving as quickly as they can, Denny. Turner on the inside.
There goes to Ferry. Mark Price trying to get into the paint. Now Brad Daugherty has it down low to Danny Ferry and banks it in.
Brad Daugherty finding open people. And the thought is that Danny cannot cover weak side as well as Larry or Hot Rod. That has to be a concern for Daugherty because he's going to have to play Shaq more physical.
Anderson steps up, lets the jumper go, and Danny Ferry's really going to have his hands full with Nick Anderson.
Yes, he is, because Nick is a legitimate 6'6".
Back the other way, Danny says, I'll give you 2 more.
If he can continue to do that, he can neutralize that Nick Anderson matchup shots.
Hardaway posting Price inside, and that's trouble.
Yeah, just too quick.
And then Hardaway with a steal. Gets the return. Baseline shut off by Daugherty, but a nice feed inside to Anderson and a foul to go along with it.
And Hardaway is the man of the hour.
Price outside for a long screen and nails the 3.
That's right. There was a long screen, but there was one on the baseline that helped him.
Behind the screen. Nice bounce pass inside. Shaq blew the easy layup. Price down the floor. Nice pass. Battle with a lay-in. Cavaliers on a nice run right now.
And Mark Price right in the middle of it, Denny. Directing traffic, finding open people. Cavs on a nice run.
9-0 spurt by the Cavaliers, who lead by 6. John Hardaway inside. Nice finger roll with 1:22 left.
Not much team defense that time.
At the end of the first quarter, the
Cavs with a nice run to finish out the first 12 minutes of basketball. They lead 28-24 at the end of the opening quarter. Well, Royal got 3 that time on the 2-man game, and that's as easy as it gets.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, right?
Shaq down deep. Off the glass, and finally got one to drop.
That's right. That time he moved, caught the ball, had pretty good position, not standing around waiting for them to give him the ball.
With a rebound, and he'll start the fast break. Mills over the shoulder to Terrell Brandon in a crowd, lost it. Then a beautiful block down low, and the Cavs will get another try.
Well, what you're looking at is the quickest players on the floor getting back in defense, and a bunch of Cavaliers and their quickest players getting down the floor. This is transition basketball. There's a counter right there, there's the reach, and there's the block coming right there. Good play by both teams. Pressure on that Magic's half-court defense. Let's see if it pays off. An offensive rebound.
Chris Mills sets from the outside, and the Cavs worked it all the way around the perimeter.
And that's what usually happens. If you get the offensive rebound and you get it back out.
Well, defended all by his lonesome.
Denny, that should never happen.
Oh. Great move by Anthony Hardaway on the baseline.
4.
Ferry sets, let's go for a 3, and Danny Ferry off the bench, Jim, has 11 points in this one. Good in the half court that trip. Hardaway lost it, got it back, shot it, rebounded, and banked it in. Is this guy active or what?
Well, that's the matchup that they haven't been able to match up with tonight. Anthony Hardaway is just taking over.
Timeout called. 3:36 left to go in the opening half. 45-39, and Penny Hardaway has 14. Daugherty against the tree, bangs twice, goes with the sweeping hook, and Brad Daugherty now has 8. Double team. Tree Rollins with the left hand, and the big fella has a deuce.
It was slow developing, but yeah, the guy's 38 years old. What do you expect?
I'm going to tell him you said that.
But a nice two-man game.
Price down the gut to Bobby Phil's looking to dunk it, and he did.
The penetration by Price was the key. That was the key.
The Hardaway. With the left hand, got it to drop. And a personal foul on Gerald Wilkins. Price trying to get the screen from Ferry. Outside jumper by Mark Price. Oh, and he nailed it.
In your face.
A two-pointer for Price. A heave by Hardaway, and the Cavaliers move back out on top by 8 at the intermission. 55-47. Turner swung now to Hardaway and down to the Shaq. Oh, he's deep. Underneath with a reverse layup that dropped in.
Oh, yeah. Real deep. 6 feet. Terrible defense by the Magic and the Cavs.
Qualified that at the other end, I see. Bill smartly gave it up. Price down the lane, running one-hander, and Mark Price now has 17.
The penetration, and we know the history of Scott Skiles guarding Mark Price. Ball
squirts loose. Price comes up with a 3-on-3. Mark Price on the wing to Gerald Wilkins, and he lays it in.
That's what I'm talking about. They need his outside scoring, and they need his athleticism. They need the third guy on the break. That's what they didn't get from Gerald in the first half.
Ryan Hill calls for time, and the reason why is because the Cavaliers have made all 5 of their shots here to start the third quarter of play.
Two-man action the Cavs put out front. The Magic do not guard it well.
All the way to the window, that time goes Scott Skiles.
That's terrible man-to-man defense. Daugherty had a chance to come over and help and didn't. Mike Fratello's up.
Wilkins in the lane, challenging all the way. Daugherty hanging around the hoop with a slam.
Tell you what, this is the most aggressive I've seen him play against, quote-unquote, one of the super players in a while.
Isn't there? Wilkins with a rebound, and he is off in a hurry. Finds Larry Nance for the lay-in.
Transition baskets.
Points tonight, Jim, to just 2 for the Orlando Magic. Great save, but it's right to Price. 2-on-1. Mark Price with help. Gerald inside.
And the man that made it happen was Larry Nance with the block. He blocked Nick Anderson down the lane. That's what got it started. Nance being guarding Shaq. Don't pick up that next foul.
Daugherty with some help, but not in time as Shaq caught it too low, and they're going to give the personal to Brad. That's his second.
And that's good because of that.
Shaq off the glass, and that was a bank special.
Yeah, and he's very aggressive now. He pushed Daugherty off twice, banged into him real hard.
Gerald Wilkins passed up the long jumper, fall away. Oh, how did he get that shot off?
I don't know how he did it, but he's been doing it all season. Step back.
Nice give and go. Daugherty to the window, and Mark Price fed it right back to him.
That's basketball. Good read by Price, turning the corner on the two-man game.
Shaquille popped out. Price into the corner to Gerald all alone.
And that's what it's all about. The quick offense is not allowing the Magic to set up in their proper defense. And in doing so, the Cavaliers have taken advantage of it. Mark Price is one of the best in the league at doing that.
Gerald Wilkins again exploding in the third with 13 points, and the Cavs are in the process of running Orlando back down south. We'll be right back. Avent got away with an extra step, and Shaquille O'Neal dunks it again. He has 15.
Yes, he did, but give the Magic credit. Ball.
Oh, what a spin move to the baseline by Shaquille. Trying to answer at the other end. Fake the bounce pass inside. Gerald for 3. Don't look for it to stop now, folks.
Why should it?
People in Orlando right now are kicking their television sets. Gerald made 6 of 8 from three-point land last Wednesday night. Shaq with a travel, but he got away with it. Count the basket. Foul on Chris Mills. Wilkins on the catch. Gerald Wilkins found the bottom again. Gerald with 20, and he is now 9 of 12 from the field. Shaq again with a wild shot Daugherty couldn't control. Down low, and that's as easy as money in the bank.
It is when Hardaway gets it because he knows what to do with it.
Price ends up now with Scott. So there's a mismatch with Hardaway and Williams, but Mark Price just packed up and shot it over a fellow Georgia Tech alone.
You can get what you want against this team if you're patient and aggressive.
Way outside, 3 right back at you the other direction. Royal on the move, challenges inside, tried to dunk it. Shaq got it up and in, foul to go along with it, and the Magic are right back in the middle of this one.
3-point opportunity right there, but 2 jump shots from the perimeter in the half court. Cavs were trying to milk the clock, but I think in doing so, Denny, they lost their aggressiveness on the offensive end. They have not scored enough points to win this game, and there was the foul.
Shaq with 29. Cavaliers have to call for time, and now Orlando is back to within 5 with 2:24 left in this one.
Good shot.
Anthony Bowie lays it in, foul to go along with it, and this could be a 2-point basketball game.
Tell you what, you're not going to get calls like that, but Gerald had pretty good position. The official makes the tough call, and this is a tough call to make. Does he establish position in time, or was it a foul? But Bowie has the presence of mind to follow through regardless of the contact, and he makes the basket. This is a big play for them. Right in here, a chance for 3. This is what you can't coach. Players have to feel this, Denny. They have to pull the trigger.
2-point try for Anthony Bowie, who has tied this one up at 103.
Heap logical thing.
13-0 run. Price outside for 3, and he nailed it.
That's all you have to do. Pull the trigger. You can't score if you don't take the shots when they're given.
I know, it's for strategy.
Oh, yeah, that's what they say it is.
Oh, steal by Gerald Wilkins, a grab from behind, and why not? The player that lifted the Cavs in the second half with 24 points comes up with a steal that should seal the victory here this evening. Hardaway in a hurry. Penetrates, a runner that's up and good, and a foul to go along with it with 19-2 left to go. To get off at 3. Down to the Shaq. Daugherty will just let him take it on in.
Not enough, a little bit too late. That's his first near dunk of the game.
Gerald Wilkins doubled. Ball turned over. Scott got a shot off at the buzzer, but the Cavaliers come away. Nevertheless, with a 114-107 victory over the Orlando Magic, Cavaliers now go up 2-1 against Orlando on the season, with the final meeting a little later on in March. Jim and I'll be back to wrap this one up from the Coliseum. Cavaliers now 17-18 on the season.